Pag sinabi kasi makataong pamumuno, inuuna mo yung kapakanan ng nakararami at sa pagkakaalam ko ito yung ano parang naging core ng magsaysay political branding. Pagdating sa usapin ng politika, ang lagi nilang iniisip kasi doon will this really affect or will this really benefit not just the few, but many, di ba? So, yun yung sa tingin ko number one na dapat nating tandaan.
Ayon naman kay Xiao Chua,
Magsaysay lived up to his branding up to the very end. And that's why, even if he was dead, he was still used by a lot of people, including the Americans, in promoting pro-American democracy around Southeast Asia. That's why, initially, the Ramon Magsaysay Award was actually a pro-American enterprise. It was actually funded before by the Rockefeller Foundation. Of course, it just turned more into a more independent in the past few years, more independent award giving body. Gusto kong i-clarify din na remember that we are at that time in the context of the Cold War. Today, on hindsight, and many of the critics even before lament about our politicians at that time being pro-American. Ako, I am probably much kinder. No? Bakit? Because in the Cold War context, remember, in a geopolitical reality, the real politics of geopolitics, you have to choose at that time. Kanino ka ba? Diba? Of course, Magsaysay actually was one of the founders of the Third World. He wanted to actually convene the countries which are non-allied to the First World, which are the Americans, and the Soviets, which is the Second World. So he wanted to create the Third World. So when he became president, he actually did that. Pero kumbaga, kailangan nating maintindihan at that time, I mean, if you're tossed between the devil and the deep blue sea, you actually choose the devil that you know than the devil that you do not know. So that's why a lot of our politicians, even the credible ones like Carlos P. Romulo, they were actually pro-American. No? And yun yung makikita natin. And Magsaysay actually rode on that kind of popularity.